Come on in. Share this with a few friends. Come on in. Share this with a few friends.
Come on in. Share it with your friend.
Yeah, baby. Did you check the sound? You're damn funny. Come on in. Share this with some friends. Okay. No purpose.
Yeah, I got this.
Oh.
You want to give me one of yours?
Just gonna give you that straight because it's not here. All right. Ooh, we see people. We see people.
Yeah, 'cause it's raining. Everybody
It's
in the
raining.
house.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the house? Is that what's happening? Oh, that's because they notified people that are back to live today. Got it. No longer shadow or trying not to be. Well, this one it is. It's crazy. How y'all doing today? Oh, yes, orange. We're giving very earthy.
Opposite.
Orange and green is cool.
But green is your favorite color.
Orange is yours. They don't know that though.
Well, they should. They've been watching this shit for damn.
Watching this shit for them is dumb funny. Hey, Chloe girl, come on in. Share this with a few friends. Okay, come back. Come back from all the black people here. That's usually 8-10. Come on in. Share this with a few friends. Getting some more vibes today, Larry. I always go with that one. How y'all doing today? If who ruled the world?
Boy.
Lord, go. Hey, YouTube. We miss you guys. Oh my god, there's an exclusive episode on YouTube. I wonder, do they know that? Do they know that? Come on in, share this with a few friends. I'm gonna start sharing with some people because black people. baby sleep. So I'm gonna share with a couple of my youngins, some of the old peoples too. How y'all feeling today? How you feeling today? Waiting for the people to come back. It was like, mad people wanted to be in. Tony, come on in. Share this with a few friends. Let's see. Let's say. Let me go on the other page and see what's going on over there. Let's see. Let's see how people's done. I can't believe it was raining like that.
Me neither. My bad, guys.
Cannot believe it's raining. Hey, camera girl. Come on in. Share this with a few friends. Da-da-dum-dum-dum. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on in and talk some shh. Some shh. Okay, just a little shh. Nothing too crazy. Just a little opinions. How you feeling, Brother Deacon?
Who's you?
Are you in the house or are you in the rain? Pull up with your cup. Oh. Check the tray. It's not on the tray. Come on in. Share this with a few friends. We looking for the hoes. No, we looking for the people. Oh, thank God you out the rain. That's all that matters. You're out the rain. I need everybody else that's out the rain to come on in. Share this with your friends. You really drinking that straight? Woo! Come on in. Share this with your friends. It's gonna be an interesting day. Larry, what you drinking?
Oh, I look so shiny.
Why you look so shiny? Because you do look shiny. You put Vaseline on this time? Or cocoa butter?
I wash my face.
Nah, you did something else.
I put Elijah.
Exactly, that's why. They said what you drinking.
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale. I don't know if they know what that's going on. Come on in. What's up, Tiki? You, Tiki say you.
Yo, what's good, God? Yo, I seen that Giannis joint. Get that joint like on tube.
She said, why you lie? You told you was drinking ginger ale. She said, why you lie?
Oh, yeah, drinking ginger ale.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
What she want me to be drinking?
I think she thinks you're lying because I said you drinking that straight. Context clues. People are not dumb, Larry.
Well, then you must.
Got him. Got him.
I got done.
Nah, this.
Done.
I just want y'all to know this nigga slept 24 hours. So whatever we get, that might just be the wake up. Like this is, I am so not prepared. Woo! She said, I saw his facial expression. That's some strong ass ginger ale.
Yeah, you know they doing a recall on it.
He said, you know they doing a recall on the ginger ale. It's crazy. How you anti people like? How you doing that? How you putting people out there like that?
It's over the news.
Which ginger ale?
Yeah.
It's not the one you drinking. Clearly, they are. You got them rolling right now because what's wrong with you? Larry slept for 24 hours, y'all. I cannot wait. I
It
can't.
wasn't 24.
It was.
18.
It felt like 20. We were drinking. It was more than 8.
It was 18.
Oh, that's yeah, because that's better, guys. Golly. Did you have a good day? Because I did.
I slept at 8.
That's why I like Snorlax. Yeah. Snorlax. That's definitely him. Yeah, we're just waiting for the other people to come on in. Shed us one of your friends. Let's see what's going on with the rebound. Uh-oh. Yeah, Lockasons just walked in.
Yeah, locals.
Locals. Yo, that could really be a thing.
I know it is. It's a gang of us. I can't even wait till we get one.
It's not many of y'all.
There's 4 of us.
It's 3. 4. Yeah.
4 is fine.
Lockasons unite.
Well, it's
She's
really
laughing.
5.
Who's the 5th?
Chanel, but that's not my cousin. That's their cousin. Yeah.
That's your cousin, though. So it doesn't matter. Niggas said that's their cousin. Lockasons. All cousins. Everybody's cousins. How y'all feeling today in the comments? How y'all feeling in the comments? I'm trying to wait for the black people to come on in because we was early / on time today. This is not one of your best ones. You got a mustache. You growing up. Proud of you. Oh yeah, other Lockasons just walked in.
You know what time it is? It's time to lock us in.
Lock us in. Lock us in, Lockasons.
Yeah, that's what.
So the topic today is probably the most random shit you've ever, like, just some random shit. Whatever we want to talk about, whatever y'all want to talk about, it's some random shit. And then we got like a closing topic. But yes, we are, all right, it's 8:10. We're not going to wait any longer. We're going to leave the stragglers where they're straggling. What's up, Jeff? What it do? Come on in, share this with a few friends. It is the end of May, y'all. Cannot wait for May to be over. Hope y'all had a great Memorial Day. If you don't know, the name is Brittany, but I go by Madam. To my right, your left, we have Brother Deacon in the building today. And today, we're going to talk about some random conversations because I had some conversations in the past week with a few different people. And, I wanted to bring it to the pod. I also wanted to, speak on some things that our peers in the comments have spoken about. So, yeah, we just don't throw some random stuff out there. Y'all could throw some random stuff out there to us. But it's raining, it's gloomy. We all trying to, feel me, get with the community. It's a safe space. We're going to talk our shit. Let's have that therapy session that we need to have, okay? Everybody's safe. They're safe here. Here you go. Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. So without further ado, today I'm going to ask some random questions. See where Brother Deacon head is at. Because we never know what his head's at. Okay, so let me ask you. You see how May is coming to an end and June is coming, and once June gets here, summer gets here, right? You see how that happens? Let me ask this. Why do people want to be single in the summer?
I never heard that.
What? You never heard of people wanting to be single in the summer?
No, I heard of people cuffing people around tax time, but I never really heard.
Whoa, we got two different time zones. I thought cuffing season was when it starts to get cold. You heard people
when it gets cold. What time is that?
It's around holiday season. That's not tax season. Tax season ain't to February.
Look, I gotta build the time. You can't just get there in February and you're gonna get some money.
But the cuffing season, like the draft season, is September, October though.
Yeah, you start in October, November,
but they
December.
Want to be single in the summer. There's no reason to be locked down. Ain't no holidays.
Is that a thing?
I've heard a lot. Yeah, it's a thing.
Honestly, lately I've been seeing a lot of relationships during the summer because people post their couple goals, they post their trips.
Okay.
I haven't.
So do you feel like it may be an age thing? Like, because you're getting older, more people are in relationships?
No, it's the young people I see. All the old people my age is single, I be saying.
Interesting.
Or they got kids. They not really.
So one of the comments said that's when everybody want to have fun. You've never heard that people want to be single in the summertime. You've never heard that.
I heard that, but I don't think it's a real thing.
So you don't think niggas be starting shit around June to
I think it's just
get a
because
break
the way,
so they could go do
I think it's just the way the world
back?
is. Nobody is really. You don't go outside when it's cold, so you have less chance of meeting people. When it starts getting warm, you're outside.
But why you want to meet people if you're already in a relationship?
See, that's what I'm not. I never heard of a nigga breaking up with a girl just for it to be summer. That's not something I really heard about.
Ah, okay. You get a different side.
Yeah, because that's basically what you're saying. Because if not,
it has happened. It definitely does.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But it's not a thing. Like niggas is just not getting in relationships for 6 months.
No. Not per se. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
let me ask you this. It's summertime. Do you feel like because the weather is nice, that's why you're more prone to meeting people than the winter time?
You're outside more.
But in the wintertime, I feel like people be in the spots.
Yeah, you be in the spots, but you're outside. In the summertime, you're going to be outside.
That's
what I'm saying. You're more prone to meet people. People are nicer when the weather is nice.
Okay, I can agree with that.
You get what I'm saying? And then even when you're outside in the cold, you're going to a place and you're coming back home. In the summer, you might be like, yeah, I'm going to go here. Then you might hit a place after because it was nice outside. Then you might walk down the street because, shit, it's good weather.
Right.
Yeah, you might take a cup and end up walking the whole Harlem if you...
No, seriously.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? That's because it's summertime you could do that. And just because you're doing that, you're going to meet more people.
Okay, so do you feel like the summertime is more prone when people cheat for the people in relationships? Because it's so accessible.
I feel like, yeah, if you're not outside with your person.
Tiff said, well, my man better come find me this summer. She wants the man to come find her. It's time. What's crazy is I don't think
so she's accepting.
Are you accepting applications? Is that what you're saying, Tiff? You're accepting
So you
applications.
can't be like that and then a nigga approaching you like,
Nah, I think Tiff will be open as long as they not saying the wrong things. Like usually, like nobody's gonna entertain a dumb conversation.
I'll just say it. Like if that's what you are, that's what you are. But I can't. Like I get what you're saying. Yeah, okay, it's summertime. Let me be free.
Right.
But that's basically saying like, for those months that is hot, not hot.
All right, Tiff, we got
somebody gets in a relationship, and that's only about 6 to 8 months.
So the reason why I said that is because usually when it's cold, niggas don't have no place to go, so they'll try to cuddle up with the next thing. And then when the summertime comes, it's like, oh, I could be outside. I could be free. I could go from this. Like I'm speaking from a perspective of like. It'd be a red flag if a nigga always want to come to your house once it's winter time. Because it's like, damn, do you have something to say? Like, people be getting with people just to stay with them.
Yeah, but what if it's the opposite way around? A nigga just, he want to be with you. What if he be like, yo, just come to my crib all the time? What if it's not because he don't have it's just cold outside? I don't want to be outside.
Said it's cold outside. I'm going to have to cut for.
Even if you just not, even if, let's just say, like, if you not on some coven shit, in the wintertime, you're just prone to be with a girl more because y'all can't be outside.
But I don't feel like you're prone to be with a girl more because you can't be outside. And no, I don't feel like that.
Yes, I feel like it's harder to date in the wintertime because it's cold outside. So if y'all do spend time together, a lot of the times it'll probably be in a house. If you date in the summer, y'all can go outside every day. Meet me here, meet me there. Nobody wants to be really in a house in the summertime. But if it's cold outside, you have really no reason. Nobody wants to be outside in the cold. So you might be dating somebody and be like, yeah, it's too cold. Let's just come over and we'll cook. When you wouldn't do that in the summertime because it's warm.
It's warm.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Well, they said homosexuals. That's the people that be needing a place to live. You ever
Yeah,
heard
it's
that?
a word for it.
You heard of that, though? Do you know people like that? Or have you known people that just, hop to hop just because it's a place to stay?
Not really, but I mean, I feel like it could go. I feel like that's real rare. Like, I don't really know no homeless niggas. That's basically what you're saying. Like, a nigga
Niggas be homeless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really know niggas like that. Let's just be like, yeah, I ain't got nowhere to go, so I gotta get a girl.
They be undercover homeless. Like, they don't tell you that they don't really have keys to a place.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't really know nobody like that. So It's kind of hard for me to just be like, yeah, this nigga dating for a crib. Like,
Okay. All right, so let's get into summertime now. Because let's explore summertime a little bit. Because I feel like the summertime is when the cats be calling. And the cats don't be, like, single. But they still feel the need to call. Why? You genuinely feel like it's because the weather nice. They feel like they're going to test waters.
I just feel like the weather was nice, so more people are around.
But because you're around, don't mean you need to test the waters.
Yes, you are if you're single.
But they're not. I'm speaking on in general, like people feel like summertime is playtime. People in relationships are single.
I can't speak on that.
You can't speak on that because you don't feel like that. If
you're
in a relationship, you're in a relationship. Don't matter the season.
Yeah, I can't say that people in relationships are cheating because it's summertime. I can't say that.
Okay.
That's.
He said motherfuckers be drunk and active. That's a fact.
Yeah, but
that don't mean you supposed to cross that boundary because you.
Yeah,
drunk.
that's what I'm saying.
But people do it just because, and it's like, this is why we ain't got no trust in our age range.
Yeah, but my thing
we ain't got no trust.
So you telling me most relationships probably end in the summer?
Some people probably stick it out to see if you're gonna really do it the whole time. It could
so
not
what about
be
the
that
people
reason.
that cheat in the wintertime?
But that's what Tiki said. He said be truthful. It'd be spring, summer.
That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't want to blame it on
you don't want to blame it on the summer.
I don't want to blame it on the summer. Only thing I would say that more people are outside, so you're probably prone to do something because there's more people. If you're in a relationship, it shouldn't matter what fucking season it is.
You got a point. Got a point.
Like, nigga, if you're gonna cheat when it's cold, when it's raining, when it's hot, you're gonna cheat. That's just gonna be the type of nigga you is. Because nigga, you could go outside in a relationship in the summertime and have fun. It don't mean you gotta cheat.
Very true.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not about to blame it on the summer. I've been in a relationship for years. That didn't mean that.
So crazy.
I've been in a relationship for years. That let it be. Like, oh.
Summer just gives open access.
And it's like, I think in both of my longest relationships, I got in a relationship in the summer. So it wasn't like, oh, yeah, it's time to be free now.
I was going to say that. I'm not going to lie. I've never gotten a relationship in the summer.
Yeah, I think most of my D was in the summer, Drew was in the summer. I think both of them was in the summer. It's like I'm not thinking like, oh, it's summer, I'm not about to cuff them yet. Nah, this is the joint I like right now.
September, I'm gonna holler at you.
Nah, both of them started in June.
So you went through the summer.
Yeah.
You tested the waters. That was tough. Yeah. You had to see if it was really, gonna stick through.
Yeah, because I'm not thinking about being free for the summer. If I'm a fuck in the winter or the spring or March too. It don't matter. Like, if
what did you say? Winter, spring, March too? What about fall? Okay. So let me ask you this. This is a random question. Do you feel like, matter of fact, I can't ask do you feel, I gotta ask, it's very situational with you. Have you ever come across a person, right, and you saw yourself getting in a relationship and you didn't? What was the red flag that made you not?
What?
If you ever was dating somebody and you saw yourself getting in a relationship with them, but something stopped you, what was it? What was the red flag for you?
I can't say that. I gotta say I had got already in a relationship with them. And then I started seeing shit and I was like, oh, this is a red flag. So
you didn't see the red flags before you decided to make it official?
No.
You didn't see zero red flags?
No, not that red flag.
Okay, so how long did it take for you to get in a relationship? Tiki said, I'm only human. I might slip up. Women are beautiful. I might die tomorrow, God forbid. Okay, so the reason I asked you that is because I don't feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't feel like men see the red flags until they're in the relationship. Women see the red flags when they're talking to you and they still ignore them.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Because, all right, so the red flag was that the relationship was so good, she started trying to find shit to argue about. And I started realizing, like, she's just bored. And then it was like, why? Eventually, it was just like, why are you arguing about that? Mm-hmm. And then it got down to, you don't care about shit. Then, yeah, that was a red flag.
Not yet, because I do it all the time.
It didn't end because of that, though, but that was like, I got in a relationship and I was like, oh, that's the only red flag I've seen, too. Like,
do y'all agree with me in the comments? Do you feel like men see the red flags once they're in a relationship and women see the red flags immediately but still will ignore them? It's something about being in a circus that's very entertaining. And I also think it's something about the savior complex that women feel like, oh, this is not going to last long or they may change. Men, they not going to see certain shit until they're in it. And then it's like, damn, do I leave now or do I stay? Versus women, yeah, we going to see it, but we might think it might change. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's something about a superwoman, superhero. Like, I don't know. It's a complex that makes them, it makes us believe that, he gonna change. This ain't gonna be forever. This not his behavior all the time. And then next thing you know, you're in a situation and you're dealing with it 24/7. I ain't ignoring nothing. I'll be like, why you like that? Talita said that. I feel like it's more of a yellow flag that will lead me to still trying things out.
No fucking yellow flag.
I'm about to say, Tiny, what would the yellow flag be considered then? Like, what's a yellow flag? You gotta explain that to me. Flag. It could because it could have meant like.
That's the problem. See, you making up shit.
Red, green, and yellow. Those are real things. No. Stop. Yeah, slow down and go.
Situations are black and white. Once you put a gray area,
they're not black and white. Yes, it is. We try to make them black and white.
No, we try to put a gray area. That's what we try to do. The situations are black and white. Like, it's just that.
Ooh, T. Marie talked that. My problem is I go for the potential more than anything. And that's the problem. As women, we see the potential and we want to work with it.
Stop looking at
It's a superhero complex.
Stop looking at potential. We grown already. I'm not saying a nigga can't meet his potential, but if you whatever you see in him, you gotta tell him so he could go for that goal. Because if not, he's never gonna know what his potential is.
He doesn't know what his potential is until you tell him.
Yeah, you have to tell him.
But why do we have to tell you your potential if it's your potential?
Because it's what you see. He might think he doing good or he regular, but he might get with a girl that can push him to that level, but don't know that. Only way he's gonna find out is if she tell him, yo, you know what I see you doing?
I like this.
You know what I see you doing? You can do more than that. Why you just working here when you could just get one more certificate and then get this much more money? A nigga's not gonna sense. Exactly. A nigga's gonna.
A woman can help you with that.
Yeah, but
you 100% agree with that though.
I agree that there are certain women that can elevate a man.
The question is, do you feel like a woman can help a man with that? Because everything you explained.
No, because it's not every woman.
I didn't say every woman. I said a woman.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say a woman.
But a woman can, because you're going to say specific women.
Yeah, because there are specific women.
And that she's still a woman. That was the question. That was the basis of the question.
Yes, a woman can help. She can push a guy to a certain level that he doesn't know, because guys are fine with the way they improve themselves. So if I'm working here and I'll be like, damn, it's been 5 years and I'm here, I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. And then I might say next year I'm gonna be here and I make it there. That's fine with me. But I might get with somebody that be like, you know, you could do that in 3 months. You ain't gotta wait for a year. Or you know, you could do it this way and it won't even take you a year. Mm-hmm. That's the other shit that a female might bring.
Okay, I get that.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like every female don't have that, you know.
Keela said, honey, that is my problem so bad. The potential and the fantasy is what gets me.
Stop that potential shit. If you're not going to tell him what his potential is or push him to
stop saying you see the potential.
Yeah, because you see, nigga.
But not every man is acceptive of the words and what you're acknowledging of them.
Then that's not the nigga for you. Because if you're going to be with somebody and they trying to improve you.
Honey, that is not the what?
That's not the nigga for you.
Oh, okay.
Because anybody that's around you, you should be able to take their advice.
Criticism, advice.
If they're trying to improve you. Even if it's negative criticism, you should be able to take it from them. So if you get a woman and she's trying to tell you things to improve your life, to improve your life, why not take that advice?
Tiki said, we be saying potential in y'all, but it don't work because we not y'all fathers. See, that's the thing. He never said we had to be their mothers. So why would you have to think that you had to be our father to give us advice? Because do you feel like women only take it from a man no? Because a woman will submit to the right man saying the right things and doing the right things. So I feel like I don't feel like you should throw fathers in there, because he didn't throw mothers in there when he was explaining how a woman can add to a man.
Yeah, because a woman just has natural mother tendency. So
right.
It doesn't even matter. But I'm just saying, as far as like, when you talk about women and improving the man's life and seeing the potential that they have, his mother sees that he had potential when he was born. But nigga, if she let him be a street nigga, it doesn't matter what she saw. She had to push him in the right direction or the potential that she's seeing.
So just because I see the potential doesn't mean you're built to do it. So I have to watch you and learn you.
No, you got to tell them that potential.
But what if they're not acceptive of it? Like, meaning that in her words, you're not built to do what I'm trying to tell you to do. So I'm gonna let you make your steps to get where you need to go.
So what's the point of that's what I'm saying. That's why I think you should just tell them. Because you're gonna beat around the bush based on what you see and what you're doing. What you see doesn't matter. You have to tell them. Actions, I'm only going to move of something that's being told me.
T. Marie said the potential doesn't necessarily have to be a job.
It don't have to be a job. It could be his lifestyle. It could be the way he moves. It could be the way he looks. You can improve his look.
I think she's meaning it don't have to be her job.
It don't have to be her job either.
I feel like you just got to know who you're dating. You got to know the things that you're saying. Like, it's certain things come off different way when you say it to your friends versus when you say it to a man. It's a lot of people that don't know how to speak to their partner.
That's me.
You don't know how to speak to your partner?
I don't know how to speak to nobody. That's why I don't be talking. it just don't come off. You already know, like, I don't speak loud. So when I feel like when I am talking, it comes off aggressive.
Because he's saying words.
Yeah, it's like.
Tiki said people don't like challenges. They love comfort.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to get with that person. If you love comfort, you got to get with somebody that's comfortable too. Because then that person's gonna feel like I'm gonna challenge you, and you're not gonna meet the challenge.
I don't know. I feel like if we're not challenging each other, then what are we doing? It's supposed to be a tug and pull. I'm supposed to be able to pull from you, and you're supposed to be able to tug when you need me.
Yeah, but then
we supposed to both figure it out.
That's what I'm saying. You also, like TV said, you also got those people that's just be like, we like each other. Let's be comfortable with each other. We don't gotta do.
Comfort don't get you nowhere.
Yeah, but you don't got everybody is not a pusher. So you got people that don't see that.
And some people, if they not a pusher, then you gotta pull them.
No, you can't do that because everybody's not like that. Like you said, some girls see potential. Some girls is not gonna look that far into you. Okay,
so let me ask you this. Have you had situations where you felt like you were stagnant and the person was okay with it and you was just like, damn, I'm not pulling myself out of it and neither the fuck are you?
Yeah, but I just felt like, nigga, it was nothing we could do.
What do you mean? There's always something you can do.
No, it was COVID.
Oh my God. Let me read this comment. The potential we speak about is the idea of the person being something we really want them to be. So I agree with Larry when he says you should express it if you want that image or that idea.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
Okay. Or potential, you have to fight for it. But that person has to also want it for themselves for it to work.
But that's what I'm saying.
But LA is also saying if you don't communicate it, they won't know if they want it for themselves.
They have to be receptive.
They don't know the level that you might be trying to push them to. Tiki said, I challenge everybody or I can't fuck with you. This is what I'm saying. It has to be some type of conversation where we feel like one day I'm challenging you and you challenging me because I can't stay stagnant. We both can't stay stagnant. We both need to make money. We both need to grow. We both need to explore higher.
Yeah, but I feel like it don't even got to be like a time thing. It could just be
never has to be a time thing, but you cannot stay stagnant for too long.
But I just only thing I'm saying, once it's said, I feel like you start working towards it because now it's not just what the woman sees. She actually expressed her feminine. So now you're working toward it instead of her just seeing it and thinking like.
So that's everything you just said is pretty much what Tiny said. She said, I will make a timeline based on how I see you move. If you're not making the progress, then I have to evaluate the situation and see if I'm okay with the way things are as is. Communication has to be upfront. But have somebody ever said something to you and you're like, why are you talking to me? Or like, who are you? Who do you think you ought to tell me this versus what I'm doing? You're not arguably.
Nah, but I don't have that many people around me that could tell me that I'll be like, who the fuck are you? A lot of people is not going to speak to you. Like, because I'm always doing something. So it's not like you see me, like.
I can agree with that.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not like you ever see me and you're like, yo, this nigga ain't doing nothing. What the fuck is he doing? At any given time, I can pull up at least 3 things that I'm doing, like, in life. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like
you ever stagnant.
Nobody don't know me as a stagnant ass person.
Like, Okay.
I could have no job and you know I'm still doing something. So I don't know.
Okay, I like where that conversation went, and I also like how you're a man that can express that you can take the criticism from your partner, because a lot of men can't. They feel like they're the head, you're the tail. Just watch my back.
See, I'm not saying, but I feel like there's some criticism. So if you're telling me potential criticism, I think I could take, but I can't. I don't feel like, so there's certain criticism that I just can't take because it's like, if we dated, you should know the person I am.
That's where I need you to go.
So if we get into a relationship, I'm still that person. There's probably very few things that are going to change. So why would you? That's that. What you said, that female
yeah,
thinking,
superwoman complex.
Yeah, it's like thinking, oh, now we're in a relationship, he's going to be like this. No, I'm going to be the same way we were when we were dating, just a little bit different. Because in my mind, why would I change?
What was there to change?
Yeah.
You didn't feel like, if you were attracted to me as is, what was there a need to change once you got in a relationship?
Exactly. If you've seen me good enough to date while we were dating. If you, so.
Talking is just that talk until actions are shown. Relationship roles are whack. I mean, everybody has their opinion on that. I do feel like everybody has a role in a relationship. Doesn't matter like who you are. Doesn't matter about female or male regarding the role. But I do feel like there is a tier of relationship roles. Like depending on who you are, what you make, the life you live. Yeah, there's relationship roles. People change without knowing they change, though, bro. I think he was referring to what is there to change once you get in a relationship.
No, I know that. That's that too. But I'm saying, as far as you're talking about somebody changing on their own, I'm speaking as far as you getting into a relationship and somebody telling you what you need to change.
He's speaking on the feedback and the advice when he's already doing the work versus someone seeing him in a situation and advising him on something better. So I think his whole thing was, if I came this way at you when I was single and you liked it, what's the problem? Now we get in a relationship, I gotta change. Straight up, what we see in the mirror is the same thing other people see. Just being you isn't enough in relationships, and I want everyone to understand that. Ooh, that's tough. Just being you is not enough in relationships. So who you want me to be?
Exactly.
You want me to be super me?
My thing
Meaning,
is,
like,
no, that's
do you
fine.
Want the effort?
My thing is, that's fine, but
on
you can't
forefront?
expect me to be something that you've never seen me be. You get what I'm saying? Why would you expect that?
Okay.
I don't mind changing.
That's pretty much, yeah. Okay, so that's asinine because pretty much what you said. Yeah, I get why you would think that, because the way you think about it is, you can speak on it if this is the potential that you see in me, but don't speak on something if I'm working on it. Like, that is my journey and I'm working on that, and you telling me what I need to change in that. I get that. I 100% understand that. 1,000%. Always wanting to be better is imperative. Myself doesn't mean I'm not better, though. Like, you get better with time, you get better with experience, you get better with life, you get better with people telling you about yourself, for sure, but sometimes what they tell you is not always what needed to be changed. Sometimes they're receiving it wrong. And I learned that a different way. That sometimes we definitely take things in a way that we shouldn't, because of maybe how we raised, maybe the things we've been around. So I feel like it's a bit of a difference. Being better isn't changing, though. This is what I mean by they have to be built for it. Being better isn't changing. I like that. And that means a lot. Can you understand that?
Yeah.
Being better is not always changing. You're not changing the foundation of who you are. You may make some tweaks to make yourself better. You know how Mario would get the mushrooms and he would get bigger and better? It's like that. That doesn't mean he's changing who he is. He just got a little power for this episode or for this situation. Hold on. Once we are okay with being self, we fall in comfortability that can be stagnant and toxic. You're right. Being better is changing. It is evolving. Being better doesn't always mean that action is changing who you are. I think that's the basis of what we're saying. The better you isn't a different you. It's the person you have also been, but you're growing. So because we grow, that means we change. Like, I think that the word change and the way we thinking of it is complete opposite or complete different than what it is. And the way it's being taken may be that you think change is all, no matter if you're like getting a little better or growing, it's still change. Jody feels like that is still changing. The action of getting better or growing or being better is still in some way, form of changing. I think that's what he's saying. Yeah, everything changes. Look at iPhones. We used to have Nokias. We used to have Sidekicks. We used to have bleeps. Like, we used to have the flip phones. Like, we had a lot of things. And now look at us. We're iPhones, Androids. Like, everything changes. But I think the thing that we also are missing, that things come back around. So in some way, shape, or form, what you may have changed, don't leave it as change. Always keep it in the back pocket. If a ship from no, he did not. If a ship from the 1800s was set in the museum and to preserve the longevity of life, we have to replace each wood plank to keep the ship alive. If we replace every wood plank on a ship, it is still the original? No. That's not. But you're not changing. That's the thing what we're saying. You're not changing everything. You're tweaking things. You could have put something over the wood to make it a little stronger. That's tweaking it, not specifically changing it, because it's still that 1800 piece. You gotta think of it in a few different ways. Improvement, being better. We'll just say it's all a form of change. We'll just say that. We'll say it's all a form of change. Brother Deacon, do you have a question? Pick your brain.
I have no question.
Wow. Insane. The same boat, new changes to modify. I think we all just have to agree that sometimes.
I think maybe it's just because right now I'm on the level of trying to find somebody that likes me, that doesn't want much change
to who you are
as a character, as a person.
I'm about to say a character.
Yeah, as a character, because I am a character.
Okay, that's where you at in life right now.
Yeah, I think I'm like stubborn. Like, I've been through this. I've tried this.
You think?
I've seen this. So now I'm only settling for what I want to settle for.
That's very stubborn in the world of 2025.
Well, I already tried to.
I understand standard, but you gonna have to budge a little bit.
I ain't going to do that.
It's not about. I do understand, and you wanting to accept.
I would just move to another country for like a year now.
I do understand you wanting to be accepted for who you are entirely. However, here we go with that tweaking a little bit. We can tweak certain things we do that will not change who we are.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. At this point,
you
don't know until you start dealing with the person.
But the thing about the unknown is we live every day in the unknown. You're not going to know. You should have an idea.
New York is the worst place for dating.
They did say that.
Yeah, so I'm going to another country. We're going to find out.
Hold on, let's read some of this. If you push into a place of change so much about them, I feel like you ain't into ships. Maybe look for a plane or a rocket ship. Hello. For real, a person that likes you for you, you want what you deserve. Ooh.
Exactly.
Not everybody. Some people want higher than they deserve. I can't type. I should have been sitting with y'all. You should have, Tiny, but we got like 4 websites. Yeah, I like that you're in this space, and I'm happy for you, the Brother Deacon. Welcome aboard to the people that, just don't care about the way anybody else views them. And we're just here
I'm trying to figure out, is that bad or good? In
certain situations, that's why I said you have to know how to modify. That's where that word modify keeps coming in. Everything is situational, and we speak about this often.
I don't have that great.
You have to. It's not gray.
Yes, it is.
It's black or white depending on the situation. The situation is not gray. The situation is the objective. Okay? You somehow have to leave that as is.
I think it's. I mean, I don't care, but I just think about it sometimes. Like, it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but personally, it is what it is.
I understand you. I've mastered the modify. There's modifications for everything in life. I'm going to say that.
I get that.
You have to understand what part of that about you, like what part about you not kind of caring makes you, and you got to learn to modify it where it doesn't change you.
It never changes me.
This is, but this is where the modifications come off as maybe it does.
But it doesn't. I'm trying to tell you that.
So how are you coming across that? Like how is it being accepted?
Because everybody, you know what I tell you, like everybody don't get the same person because everybody doesn't display the same behavior or loyalty to get the same Larry. So you show people different sides of you. Same thing with if you're dealing with certain women are not going to see certain things. Certain women are going to see everything because of what they showed you and how they dealt with you. It's not really about modifying. It's about what the other person has showed you and brought to the table. That's how my modification works. How you
what you showed
with
me.
Yeah.
You feed off of what they feed and what they giving you.
Yeah, you get what you get.
You give what you get. You give what you get. Oh my God. And I wish people understood this, that if you give bare minimum, you're going to get bare minimum. Ain't no way around it. It is what it is. You give bare minimum, you're going to get bare minimum. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know who to tell it to. They said, because I got there, I was turning shit down. What? Okay. How deep is your love? So I can't fuck with it. Okay. At this very moment, these allergies are allergy. Y'all see what I mean? Anyway, we're opening the floor for questions. Questions to Brother Deacon. Questions from Adam. I got a Father's Day episode coming up, y'all. Shout out to the daddies.
How old were you?
I know that you're not a father. You ain't got no kids. You really don't got no kids, bro.
Nigga, you ain't got no kids either.
I'm not a father, though.
You ain't a mother either.
We're talking about the fathers, though. Relax. That's facts. Gotta have reciprocation on both ends. You get what you get. Any questions, guys?
What if you don't give a lot, but people want more?
Then you need to give more. Like, what do you mean? What?
But you give what you get. So if I'm only giving you a little bit,
then you need to move on. Play the role that you're. Play the hand you're dealt. Don't look for no big jokers if that's not what you got. It's baby. I don't know about y'all, but I played my role so I could never be replaced. Okay. I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. Any questions, y'all? My eye itching like a motherfucker. Nothing left. Y'all already know we don't overplay roles. Not doing that over here. Cause that's when people fall in love. You had somebody fall in love with you that you wasn't trying to have fall in love.
I'm gonna say fall in love. Yeah.
What you mean you not gonna say fall in love? Did you have somebody fall in love or not?
A few people fall. Yeah. I ain't gonna say if it was in love.
You wasn't drunk. They fell, but they wasn't in love. So where did they fall?
Just for me.
What?
For me.
They just fell for you. I can't with this kid, yo. I cannot, y'all. Any questions They didn't fall in love. They just fell for me.
Yeah, because
What about you? Like,
me, people don't just fall in love with your character. Cause I know it gotta be that. Cause I'm not gonna say I'm broke, but like I'm not.
niggas
rich-
gotta say I'm
I'm not the richest nigga. Like I'm
You gonna
not.
be chirking.
Yeah. No, I'll be wild.
I'm about to say, so loud on these cameras.
I can't lie.
So loud on these cameras.
I'll be lying stuff. If I like that's, I
He
think
was about to be
I'm
like,
starting to think that's my new love language, and I'm okay with it. I'll be buying stuff. I realized that like the past 2 years. If I like you, I would definitely buy you something fast.
Yo.
Yeah, like, oh,
Nigga said, you get people here done?
no. I don't do no female necessities. I don't do none of that.
His mother told him clearly.
I don't do none of that. Because whatever you already getting done, I would never do.
Okay, so here's a question by time. It's 2 questions. Have you ever left a relationship feeling like you became someone unrecognizable?
Yeah, I had to go on a hibernation. Dead ass. I gained a couple pounds and all that.
Somebody said, is he asking for people to accept his nonchalant behavior as a part of his change? Is that what you were asking?
Who said that?
Never know.
No, I'm just saying, like, if I am nonchalant
Yes,
and you start to date me, why wouldn't you think I wouldn't be?
Oh, okay.
I'm not asking for you to say it don't change, but it should bother you when we're dating too.
Oh, as a part of his no change. I don't think so. Yeah, I think he was referring to that in the way he said it. Yes, he hibernates. I thought only big people hibernate, but apparently.
Who asked that?
I don't know.
Does
What's
I
your
hibernate?
name? Oh, Lisa said hibernate. Yes, hibernation.
Oh yeah. I definitely want to.
Everybody knows about your hibernation. They know. We know, and that's the problem. Larry hibernates. Any more questions for the night? For the night. I'm ready for the Father's Day episode. Tell all your fathers to pop up. All your zaddies. Tell them all to pull up. Because it's a conversation for the men. I'm just here to facilitate. Deadass. Okay, without further ado, we're going to end this episode. This was a random dancing. I put too much. But yeah, this was a great episode. Conversation got a little very opinionated today. We love that, y'all. Because you know, sometimes he be asleep. He be sleeping, he be awake. But yes, pull up next week to the pull up. This will be on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube for always being there with us.
And you know that.
And you know that. So pull up to the pull up. Come on in. Share this with 1,000 friends. Let me tell y'all, my waist is disappearing. Okay. Good night, everyone. See y'all next week.